I think that they do have scaling elements with things like the Talia and the Vayne, but their comp is a little bit all over the place in terms of, like, they don't have the best engage. I think that they kind of want to play around bot while also trying to play around top, and I think that in terms of priorities, we just need to try and get the TF out of lane and on the map and try to make things happen. Misfits, though, can match the globals, so we'll see if they're able to do it as we jump into Misfits versus SK.
After week 1, but now he's working his way up towards the top side with Razork. It looks like it's just going to be Razork alone looking for a gank here. Genex yet to hit level 6. Hirrit trying to get some damage down. And Razork going in with Blooming Burst, looking for the damage onto Genex here. Genex trying to trade back onto Hirrit, but can't quite get the damage down, and there is the kill. First blood to Hirrit in the top lane.
Yeah, Genex didn't even bother trying to flash, and the problem for Genex is Blue literally just hit level 6. There is a way in which they could have tried to counter that gank, but yeah, big misstep there.
And influencing the rest of the map.
Definitely agree with you. He still has his teleport, so he has the TP advantage over Genex. Blue has the ult, but has traded it for Ignite. Razork maybe in some danger.
Doors comes down, there's the charge, down a track, repel there for the stun as well. Razork's going to flash away, but the flash stun from Treats sinks in the lance, and there's the first kill on the board for SK.
Great punish from SK, and they just realized that Razork was not in a good position. I think they were able to spot him out on a bit of vision. Not sure which bit of vision they were able to see him on, but regardless. Like,
and then you know that Rel isn't in the bottom lane because the waves pushed the tower and she's not there. Feels a little greedy.
It depends what the comms are, right? They may have said Rel's based, right?
Oh,
so if that, with that information, ult comes through.
VTO not going to land anything quite yet. Stun card goes down to Razork. The Magnet Storm locks them all in place. Raxel's the first to fall, and next up on the menu is Vander. It's a double for Jezu. And after getting ahead in the early game, Misfits just threw a large chunk of their lead.
They certainly did, Medic. That was not the fight the Misfits were looking for. And when we get to look back, we'll see the setup of that because Sang, but with the introduction of Kaiser last year, with a couple new faces this year as well, it's definitely been an exciting role. Now we can see Tinks hovering around top. Let's see if they can set up this dive onto Hirrit.
They're going to go in. Razork is here. Swellsuit comes out. Blue coming in with the Destiny as well. Razork looking for that sleep if he can get it. There's the bait sealed, and Blue goes back to the fountain. Galio coming in with the hero's entrance, but the rest of SK will just dodge out the Swell Seed. Means that Lilting Lullaby can't come down. Treats perhaps looking to engage on this one. Maybe just trying to keep his jump.
Yeah, maybe he thought that VTO could follow up there, but VTO didn't have ult. Maybe it was a communication issue. But either way, they do keep the tower alive for the time being. Now Genex has his eyes on Hirrit.
Stormbringer, of course, disables the turret. Hirrit should be able to walk away from this one. Genex not wanting to invest his flash. Dragon goes over to Misfits, and it's been skirmish heavy, if not kill intensive so far, Vedius. And we said earlier, like, Misfits have loved this skirmish style of play so far in the LEC.
But in combination with things like the press the attack, I think it gives the Vayne a lot of damage and is a very cool itemization. Now we see Genex with Tinks once again over the top lane. Tinks, is the ult going to come through?
Hirrit decides not to dive too far away. Hexagon made him coming out, but the tower is disabled. Tinks doesn't even need the ultimate. Genex played that pretty perfectly, and nothing Hirrit could do.
Okay, so attempt number 5.
It works.
SK finally is able to get the kill onto Hirrit. He did what he could, but unfortunately for him, it was not enough. He did not have his flash available. He will lose his tower, and SK, after a pretty healthy goal lead within the first 15 minutes. Again, I love...
Round, as you see, Kraken Slayer on Jezu. Blue has the Hextech Rocket Belt. Gale Force just completed for VTO.
Oh, nice.
I did realize we could have known he was going Gale Force because he had a cloak. He had a pickaxe instead of a Vampiric Scepter earlier on.
True.
That's a slight mistake on my part as the mid lane turret goes down. Razork was chunked out quite a bit there. He has got his Leandri's Anguish now for this next fight, but it's going to be very difficult for Misfits to approach this, and SK are in a very strong position. Could even take the Rift Herald.
End of the world, they are in the river first. They have all this vision control. Control ward going to be dropped in the pit as well. We can see that Genex has made his way down. VTO has the TP, but he's already in position to help his team. And I think that this should be an easy saw unless Tinks can get a lucky steal.
And he does!
Oh!
Steals it, goes in with the Weaver's War now as they look for the bite. Flash forward, Magnet Storm draws them all into the midst. And the Stormbringer finds its mark. 2 quick kills and a dragon to SK.
Okay, Treats, I see you. That was a really nice engage. Like, managing to land the double taunt in, or the magnetism, I suppose I should call it with his...
I'm passing on the information from the observers. I want to give it a rewatch afterwards because like, neither jungler smited. and it just went down, which is why I'm so confused as to how it was burst so quickly. But we'll have a look at it after this fight, because Tinks is a little bit overstepped as the lilting lullaby coming out. Here's the hero's entrance into the fight you want with the Soul Unbound. You can just see how easy it is for VTO to get in a fight and get out. Kobe takes a kill, and Misfits get 2 in the bottom lane.
Definitely a good punish here from Misfits. They're finally able to get a little bit more back on the boards, and overall just a well-executed play. Had a lot of people talking in my ear during that play. So there was a lot of things going on, but regardless, Misfits haven't really been able to close the gold gap off the back of that. They will get themselves a tower though, so that will certainly help, and they will force SK to reset, which will then give Misfits an opportunity to catch some of these waves and then look to set up for the next Drake, which is going to be spawning very, very soon. When we get the rinse or anything, they're just keeping the Jhin in the mid, and they know that here it's on his way as well. They weren't respecting that. On top of that, VTO has 7 dashes, so he can come from anywhere, and I don't think that they were expecting that at all. So well played from Misfits, good pick, but still, they are on the back foot. They're losing a little bit of control. They're going to lose that bot tower as well, and SK's control over the map is continuing to extend.
Yeah, in a really good position, and we're kind of seeing this like dichotomy of Misfits. When they win, they look strong. They have really good skirmishes yesterday against a little bit less per stack, I believe.
Yeah. I think it's in the 1.7 now instead of 2. But in any case, the Dragon is being started. I like the map setup. Going to quickly bring up the minimap because not much is happening. You can see that the bot wave is pushed in, and look at how much control they currently have around this mid wave. With 3 members, they know they have the numbers advantage, so they can keep the pressure up. And now they're going to use the Twisted Fate ultimate to see if they can find a pick.
Teleports are coming in from both sides. This might be another fight in the top lane. VTO joins the fray. Vander forced down towards the bottom side. VTO just looking to clear out the wave. Here comes Kobe as well. You can see Vander's already been caught by himself, and he is down first. Treats low as well. The Condemn in the wall. Hear it. Locked up in place, and he will fall. Jezu takes him out, and now it's only Kobe and Razork left alive. Tinks gets a double. Add 1 more to the scoreboard as we see the Volibear take down Lilia, and that has to be Baron for SK.
SK just completely obliterate Misfits right there. Well done from them, as they just kind of took one fight at a time. You know, Misfits were really spread out. They didn't get the coordinated wombo combo that they wanted. The Galio ultimate never even got to be used. Like, multiple ultimates were not even used from the side of Misfits, and now off of a huge teamfight win, they're going to convert it into a very quick Baron.
Yeah, Jezu played that really well, and it's kind of something you talk about in Pick and Ban. If everyone is diving on the Vayne, she can't keep herself alive, but watch how she keeps herself alive in this fight.
And notice the TF ult is giving you a lot of vision well, so the ultimate, or rather the TP, is going to come through from BT.
5,000 gold ahead at the 25-minute mark. Now looking incredibly strong in this game. Blue has got himself a Medjai's, 8 pages in that death note as here it dives forward. Final hour coming out from Jezu. Here's the hero's entrance as well, but the rest of SK are having none of it. Vander's down, Tinks is on a killing spree, Razork is dead, Jezu flashing forward to try and secure it, the curtain call coming out, but Tinks still on the chase with the seismic shot, flash forward, gold card onto VTO, Stormbringer coming out from Genax, and SK are just rampaging through the base of Misfits.
SK cannot be stopped as they continue to tear apart this Misfits team. With the Baron, they're looking to break apart the base, and Medic, I think SK are looking to end things right here, right now.
So far, so good for SK. Misfits coming short in a lot of these team fights, and SK are looking to close it out. Just Nexus towers between them and their second victory of the split. Blue has a gold card locked in. Vander goes in with a Justice Punch. The double taunt coming out, but already he is done for. Galio dead. Nexus tower dead. SK with 2 cannon minions alive. 2 Baroned up minions. Hear it. Stunned against the wall. Swirl Seed goes wide, and SK will retreat for the moment.
Instead, they're going to go
for the development of these SK rookies.
What's crazy to me is Kobe is still, even though Misfits is so far behind, he's even with the Vayne.
Yep. Right?
He's 1-0-0, but because he has 50 more CS, he's at 293 at 28 minutes. Like, the man has been farming up a storm, but unfortunately, like, Misfits have just not been able to find any good fights. They haven't been able to leverage the power of this Jhin. And every single skirmish that Misfits have tried to force, outside of that one in the bot river, SK has won them all. So huge props to SK, and huge props to Treats as well. We already talked about it.
4 other members of SK trying to push up the mid lane. Gold card locked in. VTO takes a chunk. Forced back just a tad. Razork down to 2/3 HP as well. Super Minions pushing in the bot lane. Still a while before they get there. And Treats once again with the Magnus Storm. His magnetism is so darn attractive as he pulls 4 members of Misfits into the middle of the fight. VTO tries to do what he can, but he is already done for. Next up on the menu is Razork, and now Hirrit has to dive across the wall. Kobe left alone gets the cleanse, but There's not much hope of him being able to hold on to this game. Opens up the curtains. It's more of an encore than anything, and his destiny is dead. Tinks takes the kill. He's on a rampage, and SK, 4 players strong, will push for the win.
SK, they're just too strong. They have too much gold. They can easily dive these turrets, and they're looking to end the game right here, right now. Hurt is going to fall at the end. That will be the ace, and SK will look to end the game.
SK claim their second win in the LEC with a dominant performance over Misfits.
Very well played from SK. I was a little skeptical of their draft.